Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're doing something a bit different, looking into the emotional core of a huge pop song. We're going to unpack the lyrics from Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars's Die With a Smile.
Yeah, it's fascinating. People often think song lyrics are just, well, entertainment, but they can be these incredibly rich windows into, human feelings, our deepest fears, desires. And today we're aiming to pull out some of those surprising emotional insights from this particular song.
Absolutely. And it tells quite a story, doesn't it? From feeling really vulnerable right at the start to these huge declarations of commitment later on. Okay, let's really get into it. So right away, the song sets this really poignant mood. It opens with, I just woke up from a dream where you and I had to say goodbye. And then it hits you with, nobody's promised tomorrow. That lands hard, doesn't it?
It really does. And, what's interesting there, it's not just fear of loss in general. It's how that imminent feeling, that dream, kind of strips everything else away. Makes you think, okay, what really makes me happy right now?
Hmm.
It's less about some vague what if and more about the what now. It really grounds the whole relationship in that universal anxiety about separation and time just being so fragile.
Right. So if tomorrow isn't promised, what does the song say we should do about it? It seems to shift pretty quickly from that worry to this bold action. So I'm gonna love you every night, like it's the last night. And the commitment is just total. Wherever you go, that's where I'll follow.
Exactly. And that's key. It's not just passively accepting that things are temporary. It's a very active choice, to live and love completely right now because life is short. That awareness of brevity doesn't paralyze. It actually fuels this really profound urgent action.
Okay, and then we get to the absolute core, the title itself. If the world was ending, I'd want to be next to you. And that line, wow. I'd want to hold you just for a while and die with a smile.
Mhm.
It feels like such a contradiction, doesn't it? How can an ending, a global ending even, lead to a smile?
This is where it gets really, really insightful, I think. Consider that. Dying with a smile.
Hmm.
It's more than just romantic talk. It's this profound statement that real connection, deep connection,
Hmm.
it can actually change how we experience even the ultimate fear. It basically argues that the quality of that ending moment, if it's shared deeply, if you're with that person,
Hmm.
it can actually bring peace, not terror. It's a radical way of looking at what truly matters when everything else is, well, gone.
Yeah, that's a powerful way to frame it. But the song doesn't ignore problems either, right? It briefly mentions struggle, lost in the words that we scream, I don't even want to do this anymore, brr. But then almost immediately it swings back because you already know what you mean to me. And our love is the only war worth fighting for.
Yes, and that brings up something crucial about the psychology of deep bonds. It shows that even when there's conflict, those inevitable rough patches in any relationship, the sheer value placed on that connection can reframe the struggles. They become like challenges you face together because the bond is worth it, not reasons to just give up. That core connection provides a kind of guiding light, a reason to keep going through, well, through anything.
So if we pull all these pieces together, what's the big picture here? What's this song really telling us? This deep dive into Die with a Smile, it seems to show this really compelling story about human connection, how it looks fear right in the face, how it embraces that urgency we talked about, and how it can somehow find real peace, even thinking about the most extreme situations imaginable.
Exactly. And that idea of dying with a smile,
Yeah.
it's probably not meant literally. It's more about that deep, profound contentment, that feeling of peace that comes from knowing you're truly connected when you face life's biggest uncertainties. It really underlines how the quality of our relationships can literally transform our perception of really difficult, challenging realities.
Which leaves us and you with maybe one final thought to chew on. What's one connection, maybe one relationship in your own life that feels so strong, so vital, that it makes even the scariest potential futures, those what ifs, feel just a little bit less overwhelming? Maybe even something that, thinking about it, brings a kind of smile to your face.